When I was 25, I met Clara through a mutual friend. She had just moved into an apartment near one of the guys in our group, and before long, she was joining us for hangouts. At first, she came across as friendly and eager to fit in, but her compliments always carried a hidden edge, like there was a joke I wasn't in on. I brushed it off, told myself not to be unfair, and tried to give her a chance. So when my roommate and I planned a game night, I invited Clara along, thinking it might help her feel welcome. That one small choice ended up unleashing months of unnecessary drama. So when my roommate and I planned a game night, I invited Clara along, thinking it might help her feel welcome. That one small choice ended up unleashing months of unnecessary drama. The night started lighthearted, everyone laughing and drinking. But the first game set the tone. We were playing sardines in the dark, stumbling around half drunk, when Clara suddenly tripped. Except her stumble sent my head smashing into a shelf. She didn't apologize. She laughed loudly and announced to the room that she'd pushed me on purpose because she wanted to win. I tried to shake it off, but then came the next game, King's Cup. During Never Have I Ever, Clara's eyes landed squarely on me. With a smile that could cut glass, she said, "Never have I ever been divorced." Everyone already knew my history, and they'd always been supportive. But the way she threw it out there was meant to sting. It wasn't sharing, it was shaming. The rest of the evening was just as bad. Snide remarks, digs that didn't even bother to hide behind politeness. By the end, I was certain Clara had a problem with me. It didn't take long to figure out why. There was a guy in our circle named Daniel. He was tall, charming, funny, the kind of person people gravitated toward. At that time, he and I were close, and Clara clearly hated it. Whenever Daniel was around, Clara's behavior toward me went from petty to relentless. Eye rolls, sarcastic comments, exaggerated laughs at my expense. Every gathering turned into her stage, and I was the prop she wanted to trip. Then came the tattoo. I had been planning a dragon tattoo for over a year, something deeply personal tied to my mom. I'd already been working with an artist to weave her favorite flowers into the design. It was mine in every sense. My story, my meaning. One night, Clara overheard me talking about it. Her grin gave her away. She was plotting. So I decided to play along. I told her about my plan to get a Spirited Away tattoo. I raved about how much I loved the film, how my dad introduced it to me, and how I wanted Haku, the dragon, wrapped around my arm. Clara had never even seen the movie. I encouraged her to watch it and dropped the subject. 2 weeks later, Clara walked in with her brand new tattoo. Not just any tattoo, not a small nod to the film. An enormous Haku dragon wrapped around her arm exactly as I had described. She beamed, waiting for my reaction, expecting devastation. I just stared, smiled, and kept quiet. That night, when I was alone, I laughed until my stomach hurt. The whole thing was so absurd I couldn't even be angry. Clara thought she'd stolen something precious, but all she'd done was brand herself with a story she didn't understand. Later, a friend who had gone with her to the appointment told me what Clara had said as she sat in the chair. "She's going to be crushed." This is the exact tattoo she wanted. 2 years have passed since then, and I still haven't gotten my dragon. Clara, meanwhile, is stuck with hers forever. And honestly, every time I think about it, I laugh all over again.